One of the factors of lens performance is f-stop. Clearly, if you have limited depth of field, the natural inclination is to stop your f-stop down. And within the range of what we talked about, 2 to 3 stops is kind of optimal for lens performance. This is an example where limited depth of field hurt this shot. Picking the optimal
pretty
f-stop.
flat subject, though.
Yeah, but I mean, this is
it's a macro, sure.
Yeah, it's a macro shot, so it's going to have very limited depth of field.
I noticed, by the way, you have a Canadian dime and a nickel.
Canada. Yeah. I always leave Canada with money, which I think is
we like that
evil plan of Canada. Is to, because when I spend dollars, they take dollars.
We take American dollars, but you don't take Canadian dollars. That's fine.
So in this, what I really wanted to do is to show the impact zoomed in. Okay, so with limited depth of field, obviously this coin is sharp, the other coins are not. If I then go to the next shot, which was f11, this is kind of the optimal sharpening. It's kind of the sweet spot. But then if I show you the third shot, which was shot at f32, then it's very, very soft. So the key to this is to pick the f-stop that is optimal. On the other hand, there are situations where sometimes you cannot get a shot with a single f-stop, even if you Scheinflug. You know what Scheinfluging is?
Jawohl.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand. Scheinflug, tilting the lens plane and the film plane.
Yes.
Well, we can talk about that later.
But when you're in a situation where stopping down is not enough, then what I do is focus bracketing, which I'll do next.
Okay. But let me add, just before we exit this, diffraction degrades image quality.
Yes.
But
image sharpness.
Image sharpness, well, an aspect of image quality. But I'll always go for an image with enough depth of field if I can't do a focus bracket, for example. In the days of film, I would always go shoot at 16, 22, 32, 45, whatever the minimum was if I needed the depth of field, and the hell with, diffraction problem. Because what's the point of having a really sharp image where things that are important to the image are out of focus?
Well, I agree with that, and one of the points I'd make is that diffraction showed up on film less than it shows up on digital. In fact, one of my favorite lenses, I have a lens that goes to f128. Seriously.
Is that like going to 11 on the volume dial?
Kind of like going to 25.
Okay.
But yes, I agree with you. If you find yourself in the situation where, you're on a tripod and you can do the focus bracketing, then you can get greater depth of field and improve the image quality.
Okay.
So let me show you focus bracketing.
Great.